される今年8月は、猛暑となった3年前の平成22年並みに需要が伸びた場合でも、電力の余力が中部電力管内を含む西日本全体では 6%、東日本全体も 6.7%、全国で 6.3% 確保される見通しだとしています。電力会社ごとの余力でも、最も少ない関西電力が 3%、九州電力が 3.1%、東京電力が 6.7% などとなっていて、各社とも1年前の見通しに比べて改善してされる今年8月は、猛暑となった3年前の平成22年並みに需要が伸びた場合でも、電力の余力が中部電力管内を含む西日本全体では 6%、東日本全体も 6.7%、全国で 6.3% 確保される見通しだとしています。電力会社ごとの余力でも、最も少ない関西電力が 3%、九州電力が 3.1%、東京電力が 6.7% などとなっていて、各社とも1年前の見通しに比べて改善しています。これは1年前は見込んでいなかった関西電力大井原発の3号機と4号機を
ears are ringing. From the words I realize were without meaning. I can't hear the brighter side. No, I don't know if I'll ever be the way we all remember. Is there a memory to save? Can you move on? Will you let go? How can you walk on from our echoes? My ears are bleeding from the sound of you again, always repeating a melody that doesn't end. Now I'm singing every word we ever said and hope I'm healing from the damage that we did. Can you move on? Will you let go? How can you walk on from your echoes? Why do I have to be the way you left me? Why do I have to be the way you left me? Every shape that I became for you, everything you said I'd do, permanently burned inside my ears. And all the places that you left me, everything you said I'd be, stay alive inside all of my fears. And I don't wanna listen anymore to everything we said before. What will it take to make you disappear? Can you move on? Will you let go? How can you walk on from our echoes? My ears are bleeding from the words I realize were without meaning. Now I don't hear the brighter side. Now I'm singing every word we ever said and hope I'm healing all the damage that we did. Hi.
Hi. Is everybody ready?
It's time.
Story time.
Hello. How's everyone doing?
Yeah.
Good to see everyone here.
Tipster, Starm, Crystal, Paco. We've got a cat in the corner coming in for some loves, and a puppy dog laying on the couch beside us.
Tired and sneezy? That's fair.
Making Miis for
Mitomo?
Mitomo.
I don't know what that is. I know about
Tomodachi Life.
Tomodachi Life, yeah.
You've been playing around with that a little bit.
Yeah, I've been playing around with the demo, by which I mean I was able to create 3 Miis and then I had to stop. Oh, Tomodachi, okay.
Okay.
I forgot how many, like, Miis that I would not put in my Tomodachi Life that I had. Because I haven't touched my Switch in probably, like, 4 years, to be honest. Like, that's not literally true, but it's spiritually true. Mitomo was an old phone game? Oh, gotcha.
Ah. I mean, it's got me in the name, so.
Yeah. Island is pretty damn gay. Good.
Good.
So we are... Today's going to be a bit of a short stream. We're not planning on streaming very long. Unlike on Thursdays, we don't have the luxury of being able to stream for a while. But we wanted to do a short stream. We've been itching to read Reddit stories again since last year. And so now we're doing it. We're not like fully confident if this is going to become a like regular thing, by which I mean like Monday streams, but
the Reddit
stories are going to be regular rotation. So just 4.5 hours then. We'll probably be streaming for about 2 hours today.
Yeah.
Maybe 2.5.
I worked this morning, starting at 4 a.m. Pacific. And I work again tomorrow at the same time.
Yeah.
So whee! It pays well and has good benefits, but the hours are horrible.
I feel like that's actually not even really a lot of jobs.
No. And it doesn't even like pay enough to live in the area. It just is better than anything else I could get.
Yeah,
yeah.
So today we have Reddit stories. I have no idea what any of these stories are. Audrey has been cultivating these. She has been saving Reddit stories for the better part of 10 months.
I mean, since the last time we did the stream, I had a whole bunch that were left over, and I've just still been saving more as I just sort of scroll.
Yeah. So we have plenty of backlog. We have not like pre-planned or prepared anything other than Audrey has stories to read, and I am going to be hearing them for the first time. I know last time we were playing like Tunic, I think.
We were playing Tunic.
I will not be doing that today because unfortunately I felt like last time my concentration was being divided by the game and the stories, and I wasn't able to do either well. Like I wasn't capable of being good at Tunic, and I also was not capable of being good at analyzing these stories. So we're just going to analyze the stories today.
And we will play Tunic another day.
Yes.
Yes,
multitasking. Go ahead.
Multitasking hard.
It is an excellent game. It was really fun. I was enjoying it. Okay, so because this is going to be a content,
yeah,
a singular content, we got to do the thing, which is an intro.
You are bringing this up right now. I have not planned anything. I don't know what to do.
YouTuber voice. That's what you do. Okay, we're doing Reddit stories. I have not seen any of the stories that we're about to read. Audrey is going to be reading them to me, and we're just going to see what happens. So before we get into it, if you are enjoying this stream and then later the video that this will be turned into, make sure to give it a like, make sure to comment, and consider supporting us. Becoming a member, becoming a patron, donating through Ko-Fi. Everything helps, even if all you can do is give a like or a subscribe or just share the video.
Join our Discord.
Or, yeah, join the Discord. Get on in there. Everything helps. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
Do it.
Okay, first thing up is an update for a story that I read to you last time.
Oh, God. Let's see if I can remember.
This is an update to the Am I the Asshole for saying, if my wife wants to be a trad wife, she must always look her best, wait on me, and provide sex without question when I ask.
Oh, that story. That story. Okay. All right, so just to refresh, I mean, the title kind of says it, but I'm pretty sure that story was like this person's wife was getting caught down the trad wife pipeline on TikTok and started doing like the trad wife thing, but he's obviously like not into it.
Yeah.
And they got into an argument over it, and he basically like told her all of those things that like if you're going to be a trad wife.
Oh, it was worse than that. She quit her job.
Oh, okay. All right.
She quit her job to become a trad wife without telling him after he had already said no.
All right, I'm ready for an update.
Okay. This all started a year ago. I still have people asking for updates, which I really appreciate, so I'll post one here. I tried on AITAH, but for some reason it wouldn't post. I don't know if I've been banned or something. I'll post on my profile and hope people see it. The divorce is now finalized.
Let's go. Okay.
We agreed to split the profits from the house. We'd have got about £230,000 each after fees, etc. They are British.
Okay.
Then about a week before it was all ready to go through, she decided she was entitled to half my business too. She argued she helped me grow it, and I couldn't do it without her. When challenged, she didn't even know the address for the yard and couldn't name a single one of my employees. Didn't provide anything, and it didn't prove anything though, and it was getting messy and looking like I'd have to give her something because it started and grew while we were married. In the end, we agreed she'd keep all the spare money from the sale of the house, and we'd call it quits at that. So she got the house, he got to keep his business.
Damn. I mean, that feels not fair. But also, what the hell you mean you're gonna say I'm entitled to half the business? You want to be a trad wife. They don't do businesses. That's stay-at-home shit.
Yeah. Well, she wanted passive income while he did all the work.
Yeah. I mean, well, that's the trad wife way.
Exactly. My plans to buy a cheaper house with half the equity from the house and live mortgage-free were now up in smoke. I was left with no money from the house I paid for and modernized, and she'd already had half the bank account and half the savings. And I had to pay 12 grand out of my own pocket when I canceled the finance agreement on her that I was paying for.
Jeez.
Yeah. Feeling down, I did something spontaneous. I bought a plot of land, moved a big static caravan out there, and lived in that while I'm building my own house on my own plot of land. There's no rush to do it, and I can just plod along at my own pace. My ex is still living with her sister, but also has a young boyfriend in Egypt she met on holiday, so is spending her time between her sisters and there. She doesn't work still, and is just living on the $500,000 or so she got from me. I don't really do much other than work and build my house. Just trying to rebuild my life. The lads at my work really help me, and they're a great bunch. They keep trying to set me up on dates, but I'm a bit too scared, I think. I've not really spoke to anyone since this all happened. A couple of women were messaging me and sent me some helpful pictures, which I appreciate, though, so thank you.
Nice.
All in all, thank you everyone for your kind words and reaching out. You all really helped me and made me realize I wasn't going crazy. Thank you. That's it.
Okay. I mean, I can't say that it like worked out necessarily, because like he did end up like dealing with a lot, but it did end up, you know, as long as like he's cool.
I mean, he's happy.
As
he's
cool as he can be. Yeah. I
Like,
guess like that's good.
He got a plot of land, like he's building a house, he's living his life on his own terms now. He's not beholden to anyone.
Yeah.
So
It is what it is.
it
I mean,
is what it is.
at least he got some nudes out of it. Also, lawyers were absolutely involved in this.
Oh yeah.
That woman was not smart enough to think about that on her own.
No.
That was a lawyer whispering in her ear.
If you are at the point of arguing over $500,000, you are, or pounds or whatever, you are definitely having some sort of lawyers or solicitors.
Well.
Oh, Crystal. Okay. Next story is another update.
Another update.
Another update for a story we read last time.
Okay.
Update 2. Am I the asshole for telling my wife that if I waited for her to make memories with our son, we wouldn't have any? Do you remember this one?
Was this the one? Was this the one where like, was she working all the time or was she just flighty?
She was working all the time.
Okay, she was working all the time, and he was like, was he like a stay-at-home dad?
I don't know that he was a stay-at-home dad, but he was just like taking his son to like activities and doing things, and they were like doing sports and all of that. And
Gotcha. And she was like, I want to go, but like I'm too tired, or I've got too much to do, or like things like that.
Yeah.
Okay. I vaguely remember this one, but unfortunately, every time I stream, it's entirely like a stream of I'm like out of body, so I don't remember anything that happens on this stream. As soon as I press stop recording in OBS, memory wiped. It's like Men in Black. I'm gone.
All right. Spending more time on Reddit to keep up with political happenings led me to remembering I made this account a while ago. The divorce should be finalized within the next 2 months.
It went to divorce?
Yeah.
I guess I don't remember how the original story ended. All right, anyway.
Before filing, I tried to get my soon-to-be ex-wife to attend counseling with me, but she always refused. The only real answer I have with regards to why all of this happened was her finally admitting she cared more about her career than being a wife/mother. Our original custody agreement was going to be me with primary custody, and he'd have to stay with her every other weekend. That has since changed. My son made it clear he'd want to speak in court about staying with me full time. So she agreed to that without dragging him into speaking to a judge. She can come to see him whenever she wants. So far, she's only visited once and called him a handful of times. I'm happy to be moving forward for my son's sake. I don't understand my ex at all. I've started going to therapy myself to try and wrap my head around the past few years. Her lack of any sort of motherhood instinct felt like it was borderline on sociopathic. A little bit of armchair psychologizing, but, you know.
Hey, that's my job. That's what I'm here for.
Finally, remember to be kind to stay-at-home parents. I'm not one anymore, but the fact that my last post had to be locked because people were being so ridiculous towards me for that reason alone says a lot. They have the best job in the world, but also a very hard one. Thank you.
Okay.
So yeah, he was
So he was a stay-at-home dad.
Yeah.
Dang. I mean, so I will say, I just want to put this out into the universe for all of those who are...
So, okay, I remember this story more. He did have a job. She got pregnant. He stayed at home for the first couple of years. She got promoted, so he stayed at home for a little bit longer and kept wanting to go back to work.
Right, but she
kept climbing the corporate ladder.
Yeah. Okay.
And making excuses why he couldn't.
Right. So I want to put this out into the universe. Just for those of you who have been are like listening to this, and maybe you're like in some sort of, you know, adjacent situation. It is not at all a problem if you don't want to be a parent. Like that is your right as a person, and it is fine if that's like how you feel. Like, my career is more important to me than being like a parent or than being married. Those things are fine. Don't do those things. Sure, like I get that you know, accidents happen, and that's, I'm guessing what probably happened in this case was like they weren't planning on having a kid and she did anyway. But this is genuinely why sex ed is important.
Yeah.
Because these kinds of situations go down when people are informed about their options, especially when people are put in the taken away from the mindset where they feel like they have to be married, have children, yada yada.
Yeah, once you take away the cultural expectation, this sort of stuff doesn't happen as much.
Yeah. But, you know, once you have the kid, once you are in that like space, like, I mean, don't get me wrong. There is like, you can give your kid up for adoption. Like, if you don't want to be a parent, like, that's fine. Nothing morally against you for saying, no, I can't do this. But I also, like, for whatever reason, I don't want to have an abortion. You know, X, Y, or Z reason why I don't want to go that route. But once you have the kid and once you've like committed to being a parent, you got to do it. You like it, I honestly really feel for the kid.
Yeah.
Like
this is going to mess him up for years.
Yeah.
I really hope that, like, the dad is in therapy. I really hope the kid is too.
Yeah, I genuinely, because otherwise he's going to spend so much of his life internalizing every element of that.
Yeah. Okay. On that note,
is this another update? Is this
no
updates?
No, this is not another update.
Okay.
However, this is thematic to the last one. Am I the asshole for divorcing my husband because he wants his son in his life?
Okay, wait. Is OP the asshole?
Is OP the asshole
for divorcing their husband?
Yep.
Because the husband wants his son in his life. The husband's son in his life.
Yeah.
Okay.
My husband and I have been married for 2 years. About 6 months ago, this is formatted really badly and kind of garbled. Okay. About 6 months ago, an ex of his called him and told him about their son. After a DNA test, my husband is confirmed as the father. The kid is 5 years old. We've been together for 4 years, so it's not like he cheated.
Okay.
He agreed to meet his son, and they've hit it off really well. They had been spending a lot of time together, and the mother is happy to let her son connect with his dad.
Okay.
But the problem is, we had both agreed to be child-free. Neither of us wanted kids. He even got a vasectomy, and I had my tubes tied. We had talked about this, and he says it's his responsibility to take care of his kid. And he says that he hopes I can support him. But I don't want a stepmom's life. This may be cruel of me, but I can't stand children. My husband knew this about me. I don't dare force my husband to choose me or his kid. But this isn't the life I agreed to. I haven't told my husband yet, but I'm already talking to a lawyer. I don't know. I just don't know what to do here.
Okay. This might be... I don't think this is going to be a hot take in this community, but this is going to be probably a hot take outside of this community. OP is 100% not the asshole. Without any extra context, given the fact that like I'm only hearing their half of it and I'm not hearing any like extra stuff. So, you know, I don't know, maybe this person is actually like literally Satan, but just based on what they've written, not at all the asshole. It sounds like they did all of the things that you're supposed to do. They actually had the conversation about having children. They literally went through the process of ensuring that they couldn't because they decided that they were going to be child-free.
On both sides.
On both sides. And I mean, this is like, accidents happen. And he didn't realize that he was already a father. And in, meeting the kid, it changed that part of him. And that's okay. Like, no shade to this guy. That is fine. But also, like, the OP is 100% fine to say, no, that's not for me. If you want to be a dad, I don't want to be a stepmom. And we went into this relationship under that assumption. And this may have changed for you, but it doesn't change for me.
It's a different relationship than agreed to.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if y'all can hear her, but Petra is snoring. You have to go in the bedroom and put on the CPAP machine, dear.
Hey, Darcy.
Hi, Darcy.
Glad you could make it. Okay. We ready for an update?
There's an update?
There's an update.
How long ago was this posted?
The original post... Oh, I don't have a date on it. I'll have to make sure to catch that next time.
Rookie mistake.
Yeah.
All right, update.
Update! So I had a talk with my husband. First, to clear a few things up. Number 1, my husband wants to spend as much time with his son as possible. He even mentioned wanting half custody and to have him live with us. So it's not like he wants to spend a day or two with him. He wants to be as close to a full-time parent as he can possibly be. Yes, our vows included being child-free. It wasn't in wedding speech, but we had several long conversations about kids. This was something we promised to each other, so yes, being child-free was a part of our vows. I don't like children. I don't want to have anything to do with raising children. But it's not like I yell at every kid I see. I guess you can't say I hate responsibility of raising a child as opposed to hating children themselves. Yes, I would stay with my husband if he got into an accident and became disabled. See, I love and adore my husband, and I'm willing to work for him. But only for him. Adding a whole other person to our lives is different. I can't love his kid. I can't be a good stepmom. I love my husband, but I don't love his kid. Now, back to my husband. He almost blew me off again because he was tired from working and spending time with his son. But I insisted, and I told him I don't want to live like this. We talked, and he said he can't leave his kid. And that is the one thing he can't compromise on. He said he's going to see him as much as he possibly can. He said that he needs to prioritize his kid's well-being over anything else, our relationship included. I told him I don't want to live like that. He said he won't budge on this. We both agreed we should separate for a while. Neither of us straight up mentioned divorce, but I'm pretty sure that's where we're headed. I feel empty and angry and frustrated. I know my husband isn't at fault. I know the kid isn't at fault, but my life is just changing so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, she already got into this at the start of the update. For people who are like child free, and I'll speak as somebody who is also like child free. Like this was something we've had this conversation before. I don't want children. There was a period of my life where I thought like maybe I would want kids. I don't. I don't enjoy being around children. I don't like the idea of the responsibility of taking care of children. And like it's why I don't want to be like a teacher for children. I don't particularly enjoy being around kids. And the thing is, that is like the first step to being a good parent, is actually wanting to be a parent. It's the bare minimum, don't get me wrong, but if you don't want to be a parent, you are already at like step one of you should not have kids. And for people, like the worst thing that you can hear as somebody who does not want to have children is, oh, but this, oh, but that. The comparisons to like, oh, if your husband got into a car, that's complete and utter nonsense. It's not even like comparable, because like, sure, these are two things that no one could have seen happen, right? But like she said, when you are taking care of your spouse that's become like unable to take care of themselves, you're working for them. A kid is entirely different. And also like you as a step parent, like that's a different relationship, but it still matters.
Yeah.
Like how you interact with the kid is still going to impact the kid.
Oh,
and, like,
I definitely can speak to that as a child of a step parent.
Yeah. Like you wouldn't want, like if you're a kid and you have like two parents that are not married in a situation like this, like you don't want the spouse of your other parent to just hate you.
Yeah, that's where all of like the evil step parent like stories come from, is when the step parent just despises the child. It's better for both if she just walks away.
Yeah. Sucks that people were like being like that to her though.
Well, a lot of people have this whole puritanical children are necessary, and if you don't want children, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, well, you know, we're biologically inclined to reproduce.
All right, update number 2.
Update 2?
Update 2.
There's a second? We're eating good tonight, chat.
It's official. We are getting divorced. I wasn't even the one that mentioned it. My husband is the one that said it. He said that if I can't be supportive and caring toward his son, then we can't be together. I had already moved out, and while part of me was hoping for some way to make it work, I think I knew this was inevitable. So it's official. I am losing my husband, and he's gonna go on to be a father. Honestly, as long as I can get my car and the money in my bank account, which I earned myself, we have separate accounts, I'm not going to fight him. I'm willing to let him have anything in our old place. I'll be honest, I don't know what to do now. Besides going through the divorce proceedings, I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. All of my life was going to include my husband. Now he's gone.
Damn.
Yeah. It's
That
sad.
sucks. It is. And I like it. It's rough. Like, yeah, I don't even have anything to add.
Bittersweet, sorrowful, empty, just moving on with life.
But it is for the best. Like I said, there's no one is in the wrong here. Like, he's perfectly allowed and fine, and it's okay for him to say, no, this like changes me, and I want this now,
Yeah.
and we're not compatible anymore. But she's also within her right to say the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just not what they agreed to, even though that sucks. Yeah.
Another update.
Go. Wait. Update. I have a kid now.
It's been a year since all of this started. I never thought I'd be divorced a year and some weeks ago. I only remember this post because apparently it's my cake day a few days ago. I've kept lightly in touch with my ex-husband. There's no bad blood between us, but I don't think I could ever move on if I stayed close to him. We didn't divorce because we didn't love each other after all. As far as I know, my ex-husband and the mother of her child aren't together. I won't lie, I was kind of expecting them to end up together. I still kind of am, to be honest. But my ex-husband has apparently been a good dad to his son, at least as far as I know. I've been dating around recently, but nothing is sticking. Yeah, the big deal breaker is me not wanting kids. I've told some guys about why I divorced, and they were very understanding. I got a place of my own again, and I'm doing well financially. I never needed my ex-husband to take care of me. Despite my lack of success in dating, I'm feeling good, to be honest. I mourned that my marriage has ended, and I will always enjoy the memories. This was for the best for everyone, to be honest.
Good.
So, moving on, growing, healing. All that we could ask for her.
Yeah. Is there a fourth update?
No.
I was expecting like update number 4, 10 years later.
Yeah, that was, like I said, on topic to what you had already been talking about.
Yeah.
All right, we ready for another story?
Ready.
This one's a little bit different.
Okay. A little bit different.
Okay.
So we got the mood lighting for this one? Hell yeah, we do.
Yeah. You did. You arrived just in time for another story to start. Am I the Am I the asshole for calling the cops on my dad's pregnant girlfriend? Brackets, or maybe wife? Question mark?
I love stories. I'm not even invested over who's the asshole. I'm just like, I need like a pair of goggles. I need like a binoculars, and I'm just like sitting in a lawn chair across the way, like like they're all doing their stuff, and I'm just like this.
Okay, here we go. I, 17M, live full-time with my mom. My dad was never even a part-time dad. He was a see you once or twice a year dad who didn't even devote that once or twice a year to me. Sometimes the only reason we saw each other is because my grandparents, his parents, included me in their lives. They both died a couple of years ago. The last 2 times I saw my dad, he brought along his girlfriend. who I hadn't really known about at the time, and her kids. The first time I spent the weekend with them, and the second time it was a day with them. The last time was 8 or 9 months ago. I told him I didn't want him to keep showing up, and he seemed to totally eager to agree to that. As soon as that happened, his girlfriend started seeking me out. We live in a small town, so it's not that hard. But she would make a point to cross over to speak to me, and she would ask me if I'd like to hang out more with her way younger kids. I said no. I told her, though not exactly like this, that I didn't want contact with my dad anymore, so it didn't make sense for us to have contact either. She told me she'd like me to be part of the family and to give it a shot now that her and the kids are around. I said I had made up my mind already. She kept seeking me out, trying to make me give them a chance. I tried to be nice, and I told her I just had no interest when Dad made no effort to be near me. She even started approaching my mom, who after a few times got so annoyed, she told her to stay away from the two of us if she didn't want the cops and lawyers to get involved. Then she showed up to our house a few times.
Wait, was she not showing up to the house before?
No, she would just see them randomly in town and just, like, chase them down.
Oh, creepy stalker, let's go.
She came to tell me she was pregnant. She wanted
Hello, 17-year-old. I'm pregnant.
She wanted to invite me to a big family lunch with her side and some relatives on his side. She came by to ask if I'd want to go to the park with her and her kids, and the kids would be with her and the kids were standing there. One time she told them I was her brother, and wouldn't it be so cool to go to the park together? What? She usually left after being told once or twice, being told no once or twice, but she kept coming back, so Mom got security cameras. She asked my mom another day, if she could take me away for the day for something special, and Mom closed the door in her face. My mom talked to her lawyer and a cop she knows, and they told her to document and only call the cops if we clearly ask her to leave, and she won't. Which is what happened on this past Saturday. I was home on my own, and she showed up with her kids, looking for me to come over and spend the day with them. I told her no and asked her to leave, and I did it again more forcefully than before, and then I did end up calling the cops. When the cops showed up, she was arguing that she was my stepmom and she's married to my dad. Not sure if that's true or not. And she has the right to show up to my home. Her kids were getting more upset the longer the whole thing dragged on, so they had to arrest her. My dad got on my mom's case so hard about it, and she had to come home early and make sure I was okay and stuff. One of those times you could hear his girlfriend/wife crying in the background about what I did to her and her kids. She was that loud I could hear her. He won't stop calling her, and she's recording stuff if we need it. She checked if it was okay first. But they're saying I'm an awful person to call the cops on a pregnant woman like that, and I should have just talked to her. Am I the asshole?
No. Bringing the children to the house is crazy.
Yeah.
That's some that's top tier manipulator bullshit. Like, yeah, this is insanely creepy. It like I For one, you have okay, this kid is 17.
This kid is 17.
This kid is almost an adult.
Yep. But not quite.
But not quite. They are still legally a minor. But they're almost an adult. And they've had this like relationship with their dad, and they don't want to continue it. And it sounds like the dad was like on board because, well, he's not been invested.
Yeah, he was already a pretty non-existent father figure.
I don't know what's going on in the girlfriend's like mind, but this like gets into stalking behavior.
Yeah, like she was randomly finding this kid and his mom just in town to track them down and ask them to be a part of her life, when this kid and his dad had already decided, you know what, we're probably better off if we're not in contact.
Yeah, I mean, like, and like, I'm from a small town. Like, I come from a pretty small town. Not like there's 300 people who live there, small, but small. And I can speak to the fact that, like, if you're from a small town, it can be a coincidence that like you are gonna run into people probably pretty often that but like if you are continually running into the same person and every single time they're like, you should come over, I want to do stuff with you, and you're telling them, no, I don't want to talk to you, that's not a coincidence.
No.
Like, once or twice is a coincidence, 3 times is a pattern. And this person, like, the thing that really creeped me out, I think, in this story was the like, can I take your son? I want to do something special with him.
Do like a family trip.
Yeah, that's like serial killer vibes. Like that woman was gonna like tie him up and take him all the way out into like the hills of Montana. And he was never gonna be seen again.
She was going to make her happy little family that she had in her dreams.
Yeah, she's got like a doll in this like cabin in the woods, and his skin was gonna be on it.
Yep.
Like this is a Criminal Minds episode.
No update. That one just ends there.
Update, I'm a doll now.
Okay.
This just came up in my feed. What is it about? We are reading crazy Reddit stories. Most of them are from Am I the Asshole? All right.
Am I the asshole for telling my dad's wife she screwed her own kids out of grandparents?
Am I the asshole for telling my dad's wife?
Yep.
That he screwed...
No, that she screwed.
That she screwed her own kids...
out of grandparents.
Out of grandparents. Okay. Let's hear him out.
So my 20F dad...
Oh.
So she's 20F.
Okay,
so
she's
20.
I was like, that math is not working out. So I'm 2.
So 20F. So my dad is with his affair partner, Laura.
Okay.
He and Laura have a kid, Lucy, who's 13.
Okay.
Lucy was conceived after my dad and Laura were already together for a while. Her birth wasn't the reason my parents split.
I hope it was the affair.
In case anyone was wondering. But obviously, my dad's family knew about the affair once my parents split. Okay. And they banned Laura from ever attending family events.
Okay. I have thoughts, but we'll get to it.
Yeah, we'll get there. To this day, the only people on that side of the family that have ever met her are me and my one cousin who came to stay with me at my dad's for a few days at one time. My grandparents told my dad they'd happily be active in Lucy's life, but it would have to be Dad that facilitated the relationship, meaning he'd have to bring her to see them alone.
Okay.
Laura said no. I guess she thought eventually she'd force herself into the family through Lucy. But all it did was mean no one ever met Lucy. My dad would take me to my grandparents' or my aunt's place without Laura. And Lucy, and that was just how it went. Well, it recently came up that my grandparents were giving me money towards buying an apartment when I graduate, which set Laura off. She's always been bitter that my grandparents financed my schooling, but my dad paid for university. She was passive-aggressively grumbling at dinner that this was why she felt we could have asked them to pay for my university, and that it would be nice if Lucy got to have grandparents. But, quote, some people are petty and cruel, unquote. I looked at my dad like, are we really playing this game? But he didn't say anything. Then Laura turns to Lucy and goes, quote, you should know none of this is your fault. Life isn't fair, and you got the short end of the stick with certain family members, unquote. So I just said, yeah, the short end of the stick family member is you, Laura. Lucy could have had the same relationship with my grandparents that I do, but you were so selfish that you screwed your own kid out of that. Laura argued that no one who hated her could have a relationship with her daughter. So I was, well, what are you mad about then? That your principals end up sabotaging your kid? Maybe that's on you. At that point, my dad was giving me a death stare, so I just went back to my food. Laura sent me a text later that night about how much she didn't appreciate me saying that in front of her child, and that it was her prerogative how she managed that relationship. She also said my dad's family are cruel and vindictive. I didn't reply, and honestly, the only reason I don't have her blocked is in case my dad's taken ill suddenly. But now my dad's saying it's caused issues at home because Lucy is finally grasping that Laura is the one that wouldn't allow her to have a relationship with Dad's side, and is now apparently pretty mad about it. He's saying the way I went at Laura was inappropriate in front of a child, and that Lucy shouldn't have heard all that. But I think she only heard it because her mother was retconning reality. I don't mean to cause an issue between Lucy and Laura, but honestly, I do feel like Laura was asking for it by acting like an idiot in front of someone who knew the whole story. And an edit just to clarify, 1. No, my dad's family didn't immediately forgive him. For a long time, they only invited him to things if he brought meal during his custody time. But time heals most things. They all still think he's a prick, but honestly, I'm sure they thought that before. No, they haven't totally cut him out, because we're just not that kind of family. But Laura was never family to start with, so it's way easier to never make her acquaintance than to cut her out of your blood relative, than to cut out a blood relative you'd known for 40 years. I would think that's fairly obvious. And 2, I am not mad that Laura set the boundary she did. And I'm not mad my parents got divorced. I got mad that Laura set a totally fair boundary that my dad went along with, not saying he's blameless. He's just not the one actively complaining. And then tried to pretend that the consequences of said boundary shouldn't have happened. If you don't want your kid around people who don't like you, understandable. Why are you whining that they're not around for your kid?
Okay. I have complicated feelings on this one.
Yeah.
So on the one hand, I want to make it clear. Like I'm gonna analyze this from the perspective that that is being presented. We don't have all of the information. We only have this kid's side. this person is 20 years old, and it sounds like this is long-term, like long family drama. Um, and this is something that like I can kind of relate to a little bit. Like I don't have like one-to-one things within like my family, but I've had like similar, ish.
Yeah,
stuff.
you've had a series of events that are representative
Yeah.
of this.
And so like the first thing I want to say is like, since I don't know the full story and I'm only getting the perspective of the kid, which is obvious. It's very obvious that like OP is very bitter towards Lara, and there might be like good reasons for that, but I don't know. The one thing that really irks me in a lot of situations involving like infidelity is that oftentimes people are really quick to blame the woman in the situation for the infidelity, like she's a homewrecker, right? And the fact is, we don't know if Lara is like, we don't know if Lara was party to the affair. Like
If
she
she
was,
knew that he was married.
yeah, like she was the mistress, obviously, but we don't know if she was like, if she was genuinely doing the homewrecker thing. We don't know if like she found out and she just like went along with it and didn't care. We don't know any of that. And because of that, I'm like really hesitant to say like that this person is not the asshole, and or that like in this case like Lara is the asshole, because I just don't know. And I get the feeling, at least because I've been in similar situations, it is very like possible that OP doesn't have the whole story. Like she definitely believes that she has the whole story, and that like she could have some version of the story that has been, passed for 20 years. But
The specificity that OP is speaking on, with regards to what the boundary is, it sounds like it's something that's been in discussion for years, of them wanting to take Lucy to visit the family, the family refusing so long as Laura is there, and Laura just saying, okay, then we won't go.
yeah, and I gotta be honest with you, to some degree I kind of think the family's like a little bit of assholes in that scenario, because like if you genuinely want a relationship with Lucy, you're treating her like
An extension.
an extension of Lara, and a pawn in it. And I like,
So-
to some degree I understand being like, well, we don't want her here, but there is an element of like,
I think the complicating part is both parties are doing that.
yeah, both parties are doing it, and I think that makes all of them like, I preferably what I would want to see is everyone just like stop it. Everyone in this family needs to stop it, and they need to like do right by the child, because it doesn't sound like anyone is thinking of the child here. They're all thinking of themselves and of their feelings on whatever happened between the dad and Lara and the mom that we don't know anything about. And like, as far as I'm concerned, like this whole, I don't necessarily think the kid is an asshole. I don't think that OP is an asshole for saying like what she did, because I also understand that there's a lot to all of this. But I also like, I don't know. I'm like one of those. It's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, I don't know if that was necessary to say. I don't know. I don't know if like the whole. I don't know if I like anyone in this situation.
Yeah, it's complicated. Because I kind of get where OP is coming from, where maybe the grandparents have lamented not having Lucy in their lives because they don't want anything to do with their son's partner, just because of the circumstances of their relationship. And I kind of understand them sort of regretting not having that relationship, but also setting that boundary of this person that tore my grandchild's family apart. I don't want anything to do with them. I get that.
I mean, I'm not saying that I don't understand where any of them are coming from.
Yeah.
I just,
it's complicated.
It
hurts.
It's like,
especially now that Lucy is like a young teenager, she's starting to like having this come out in this way is going to build resentment between her and her mom.
Yeah. Well, to her and her mom, but also to her and like
her dad
and his family. And
well, it's so far this 13-year-old has lived thinking my dad's parents don't want me. And then it comes out that, well, no, they would have a relationship with you if your mom didn't insist on being there. So she's keeping you from them.
Yeah. But again, we don't exactly know why.
Yeah.
I would want more information about the situation before I would be willing to say definitively who is like the asshole in the situation. Because having been on both sides of an issue adjacent to this, I don't know, it's messy, and I don't like how anyone has really handled it.
Yeah. Any input from the peanut gallery?
I guess not. They all agree with me.
Yeah, obviously.
That's
his agreement.
It's because I'm always right. I feel like the step affair mom is being selfish. Oh, she's definitely being selfish. It's just that I don't know what the rest of the situation is.
Yeah, it from the way that OP is speaking, she sounds selfish and entitled. Like she feels like she is owed inclusion in the family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Based, Wolfie. No, I think she's definitely acting selfish, and it's one of those things where like I said, I think that like his family is not like really thinking about Lucy so much as they're thinking about this event, right? They're putting the event in front of everything else, and Lucy just happens to be involved in it. But Lucy's mom, Laura, is doing the same thing. But we also don't know enough information about everything to understand why. The thing that I always like hesitate to do when it comes to listening to these types of stories is I listen a lot for when the story is being written from like a clear like narrative spin, and we are getting extremely just like the OP's perspective, right? Like everything is narrativized, everything is being told from like their view of things. So I don't know exactly know like how much is like what actually happened versus how much is like this is just what this person like believes of the people or feels about the people. And like that is not something we can really like control, but it is something that I look for when reading these stories, because the more that I hear the narrativization in the like writing, the more I kind of like want to step back and be like, Oh, wait. I hope that all makes sense.
Okay. Moving on to the next one. Am I overreacting? Roommate is constantly expects me to leave so she can sleep with guys.
Okay.
Hello. Posting this on another account. This happened yesterday. Today she ended up going to the guy's place instead of bringing him to our apartment. But she refuses to speak with me. This also comes with a series of slides of text messages between her and the roommate.
Send them to me and I'll put them on the screen when we get to them so everyone can see.
I will send you the link. Where did you go? Right there. Copy.
Okay.
Okay, so with these slides, she blurred out names. The names being her boyfriend and a friend of hers. Okay?
Okay. Do we read this part and then the slides?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's hear them out.
So basically, from the title, she just jumps straight into the story.
Okay.
We were both in the kitchen at the same time today, and she kept slamming cupboards and placing things down extremely aggressively. I went to shower after her, and my conditioner had just accidentally opened and spilled all over the shower floor. I really don't know if I was being too harsh or not, but at the same time, I don't feel like it's fair that I'm constantly expected to stay over at others' places. Let's do the slides.
Okay. Actually, are those the slides?
Yes.
Move them over.
I can't.
Can't.
That's a different computer.
No, I mean,
Oh, move them over.
we have the Elgato plugged in.
The Elgato is from this screen.
Okay. So we've got the screenshots,
Okay.
and I'm gonna have them on my monitor. Shall we read? Do you want me to read or do you want to read them?
This is not the first. There we go. I'll read them.
Okay.
So, roommate. Hi, I'm having a guy over tomorrow around 7. Would you be able to stay somewhere else for a few hours? OP. How long? Roommate. I'm not sure if he'll be spending the night yet, or if you get me. OP. I don't really have anywhere else I can go. Roommate? Can you not go over to boyfriend's place? OP says he's visiting his family and isn't around. Surely there is someone's house you can go to. Go to friend's place. I already went to friend's place on Tuesday because you had a different guy over. It's not fair for me to keep inconveniencing people like that. Oh, here we go. She doesn't even care, and you don't have to say it like that. Like what? You don't have to say that like I'm a whore or something. I didn't call you a whore. I just said I already went to friend's place Tuesday because you had a guy over. You said different guy, like I'm sleeping with loads of different people. I wasn't trying to make it seem like that. I was just saying it's not fair. It's my apartment too, and this would be like the third time this week I've had to find somewhere else to stay, I don't mind you bringing people over, but when it's happening multiple times a week and I have to look for other places to stay over because of it, it's not exactly fair. Yeah, good job not calling me a whore. Everything I said are things that are just factual. You are constantly bringing over guys, and I constantly have to stay over somewhere else because of it. That's not calling you a whore. It's literally just telling the truth. You can sleep with who you want. I'm not judging you. But I just don't appreciate having to leave my apartment constantly because of it. So you can bring boyfriend over, but it's just because I'm bringing over guys that I'm not in a relationship that it's not okay. I purposefully go over to boyfriend's place because he lives alone and it's just easier that way. I don't expect you to leave the apartment whenever he comes over, when we're literally just hanging out. Boyfriend barely comes over, and it's not even comparable to how often you bring people over. I don't get why it's a problem having to stay in your boyfriend's place for a night or a few hours. Like, I can understand not wanting to do that to your friends, but literally, why would boyfriend mind? Are you forgetting that we share an apartment? He doesn't mind me coming over, but my whole point is that we both live in that apartment. I'm entitled to stay there when I want. I live there. It's not fair that you constantly expect me to just leave whenever you want me to just because I can go to boyfriend's place. I just don't understand why you're acting like this. Is it the end of the world because you have to go somewhere else for a few hours? And basically insinuating that I'm a whore? I don't know what your problem is all of a sudden. I asked you in the past to try to stop bringing people over so many people because of this, and you agreed, but then you just kept doing it. We are both trying to make different points, and you aren't understanding what I'm trying to say. This being my apartment too. Okay, let's end the drama here. I'll just figure something else out. Jesus Christ.
Okay. Is that the story?
I really don't know if I was being too harsh or not, but at the same time, I don't feel like it's fair that I'm constantly expected to stay over other places so she can bring people over. I asked her to try bringing over less people in the past, and she agreed, but then continued to just do the same shit afterwards. Am I overreacting to this whole situation?
No. Okay. First of all, did we get the ages of these people?
No.
Okay, they are 20. I don't need them to confirm. This is I'm sorry, I'm gonna be ageist on main right now. This is 20-year-old behavior.
This is first apartment in college.
Yeah, but like actually though, like here's the thing. Okay, we're all adults. We all know that our roommates, our friends are doing stuff. We're doing things. we're not all saints. We're doing shit. This is something like you have to learn. Like if you live with roommates are gonna have sex.
Yeah.
It's just a fact of life. You have to get used to it. I understand I understand feeling like self-conscious about it, right?
Darcy, I don't even care if she, like, how many people she's bringing over. She just needs to get used to the fact that her roommate is going to be in the other room.
Yeah.
And, like, maybe just ask her to put on headphones rather than telling her she has to leave.
Yeah, literally. Not the amount. Oh,
okay, yeah.
Like your roommates are gonna have sex. You have to just be okay with that. And on the flip side, if you're the roommate having sex, you have to understand, like, your roommates are allowed to be here. I'm gonna be honest with you. She said that like this is like the third time this week that she's been out of her own apartment because her roommate is like bringing people over. Like, girl, she doesn't live there now. Why is she paying the same amount of rent as you?
Yeah.
Like, genuinely, that at 3 times a week, if that is like consistent, we're talking like maybe being there a week at a time, like out of any given month. Like, I'm sorry, girls should be paying $50 of rent and not a penny more. Like, her roommate. No.
Her roommate's taking her for a ride.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's taking other people for a ride.
Yeah.
She's taking.
She's
taking
riding so many people.
She's riding so many people. And also, I want to address this first of all. Again, I get that these people are 20. Brain's not fully developed yet. They haven't completely. Okay, I'll stop. I'll stop. Somebody's genuinely going to call me out for being ageist. Girl, it is not calling you a whore to point out that you've had multiple guys over. That's fine. You can bring 7 guys over a week.
The point
no one
wasn't,
cares.
The point wasn't the
number.
guys.
Yeah, it wasn't the number of guys. The point was the number of times your roommate is not allowed to live in her own apartment. God damn.
Yeah. Oh, so that was a fun one.
That's like, okay. This is why I'm so glad that I don't have to have roommates.
Yes, exactly.
There we go. Yeah, she's using the whore thing as a shield. Genuinely. No, this is why I'm so glad I don't have to have roommates, because like, God, roommate politics are so awful. And like, this is entitled as fuck. Like, I'm sorry, girl, you want to have sex in your apartment? Great, go for it. We stand. You're allowed. Do whatever you want. Have crazy loud sex. Maybe don't have like crazy loud sex, or at the very least put on some music or something, you know, tone it out. But like,
get yourself a hotel room for that.
Yeah, genuinely. If this, like, if you can't do it around, like, with other people in the building, you leave. You go to their place. You go to a hotel room. Pro tip: don't bother with roommates. Just find a hot wife. True.
Yeah, that's what I did.
That's what I did.
I got it first.
Fuck you. No, this is. I feel for you, OP. I got a hot they them.
Hell yeah.
As you should. Any updates?
No updates on that one.
You spoiled me at the beginning with like 4 updates, and now I'm just like, update.
All right. No update.
No updates.
Never.
This is we're gonna do a Reddit story stream later on in the year, and the theme is going to be there are no updates.
Maybe that'll be in the next one.
Yeah.
Okay. Next story. Am I the asshole for wanting to break up with my boyfriend because of his niece?
Is this the child-free woman from earlier?
I don't know.
She's like, update. I got together with this other guy, but now I want to break up with his niece.
Okay. My boyfriend, 33, has a niece, 10 years old, who he has been helping raise since she was 6 months.
Side note, does anyone have a niece that's not 10 years old? I feel like everyone that I know who has like nieces and nephews, they're always 10. They're never like older than 10. They're never younger than 10. I mean, sometimes they're like
my niece is
2.
14.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's spiritually 10.
Okay. So he was helping raise her since she was 6 months old.
Okay.
I was told her mom and dad were not involved.
Okay.
When we first decided to get serious, I knew about his niece and his role in her life, but did not realize the extent of his role. When I first met her, she was a nice kid, but the second time I met her, it was terrible. We went to the aquarium, and she wanted an ice cream. So when we sat down so she could eat, my boyfriend shared a funny video with me from his phone. After watching it and laughing and talking about the video, I turned and looked at his niece, and she had thrown her ice cream cone down on the table and was crying. He then asked her what's wrong.
Wait,
The 10-year-old had taken the ice cream and thrown the ice cream at the table.
did she? Okay.
We'll see.
I mean, okay.
He then asked her what's wrong, and she proceeded to look at me and then back at him. Right then, I knew that this would be trouble. After he calmed her down and he basically ignored me for the rest of the time to keep her happy, she had started crying because he showed me a video and not her, and she felt left out. After we dropped her off, he tried to apologize, and I told him I was feeling uncomfortable. I felt like I was a bother to them, something like a third wheel. He told me he was just trying to make the rest of her time there happy for her. I ended up letting it go, but told him he needed to talk to her and let her know I wasn't going anywhere. He agreed. Fast forward to months later, and my boyfriend and I planned a trip out of town so he could race in a running marathon. He then proceeded to tell me that his niece wanted to come. I asked if that was a good idea since I hadn't seen her since the aquarium issue. He said he talked to her and he just wanted to have a good weekend. I agreed and decided to give her another chance. We picked her up that morning, the morning of the trip, and not even an hour into it, she was already crying. She cried most of the day, so all of his attention was, of course, on her. I tried to be sympathetic and to let him do his thing, but noticed any time he showed me any attention is when she would start crying. I bought us tickets to watch a movie, and she kept asking, hold on. I bought tickets for a movie she kept asking for, and she cried not wanting to watch it when we got there. The nighttime came, and she'd agreed to sleep on her own bed, but then when she saw my boyfriend lie down next to me, the waterworks started, and she did not want him laying with me. He then jokingly told me, "Hey, I'm going to sleep with the crybaby in her bed, okay?" I was fuming because I know it was intentional. She was literally just sitting there fine until she saw me and him together. Then I was fuming because instead of talking to her, he gave in. The next day we were at the mall. He and her were holding hands, walking in front of me, basically leaving me out while they chit-chatted and enjoyed each other. By the end of the day, my boyfriend said, "What's wrong? You barely spoken a word to me." As if I could. And then later on, when he was finally talking to me and showing me attention, his niece kept interrupting us. I knew once again what she was doing. It's the end of the trip now, and after replaying everything in my head, I want to end this. However, I know he's going to try and throw it in my face that she's a little girl who has abandonment issues and is just scared of losing him. I understand that. However, I don't agree with how she's being brought up. I don't feel she should be getting her way every time she cries for something. Am I harsh? Does that make me the asshole?
Oh, okay.
I gave you some real interesting ones today, huh?
Yeah. First of all, everyone talks about the terrible twos. No one talks about the terrible tens.
I know.
No, it like, okay. So I'm glad that was like said at the end, because I was gonna say like this girl's got trauma.
Yeah.
This is 100% abandonment issues. Not to like psychoanalyze, but I'm gonna psychoanalyze.
As someone speaking from experience.
Yeah. As somebody who has abandonment issues, this is abandonment issues. Like, so I don't want to like. I have two like thoughts here. Assuming that this is all real, because this does sound like the plot of a movie. This sounds like the plot of like a situational comedy from like the 90s.
You could just see the little girl glaring, just with like a smirk when he's over. Like
this sounds like a movie. This sounds like a movie that Lindsay Lohan would have been in, like when she was like young. This probably is a movie Lindsay Lohan was in. But like assuming, I want to say, I know that like in the past, like I saw a comment earlier where somebody had said something about like these stories aren't real. I'm going on under the assumption that these stories are real, because it's more interesting that way. It's more fun. I understand that like people can fake stories, but
like we will call out obvious shit when it's bullshit.
Yeah, but like at the end of the day, it's basically just a thought experiment, you know.
Whether these stories themselves are real, the situations are real.
Yeah.
Like these happen to real people all the time.
Yeah, this story may not be real, but like people like this exist. And I don't want to say that like OP is like embellishing things, but there's like a little bit in like the writing, you know, like I've already brought up that it kind of feels like a Lindsay Lohan movie. But there's a little bit in the writing where it kind of feels like there's some embellishment going. And the fact that like if this girl is like actually like her parents are not in the picture, her uncle has been like raising her for the like majority of her life, we don't know what the situation around that is. Like there could be any number of reasons why this girl,
like we don't know who like is actually raising her. Like he's heavily involved in her life, but she doesn't live with him.
Yeah, like maybe like her primary caretaker is like abusive or something, or like there's shit that's going on. And like I don't know, like I just feel for the girl a little bit. And like it sucks if you're in that position as an adult, and I'm like, do I fault her for being like, nope, I'm out? No. I also don't necessarily like the way that she talks about the kid. Like she talks about the kid the way that like
the kid is a mastermind. I don't like Crystal. I don't know if it's creative liberty so much as it is, in my opinion, probably confirmation bias. Like she assumes that the kid is going out of her way to like disrupt and manipulate, and with that she is seeing all of these things through that lens.
Yeah, exactly. It's like she already knew from like step one, from the first incident. She was like, and she threw the ice cream on the table, and it's like, you don't know that, your face was in a video, you were watching a video.
I could see that happening. That's plausible.
It's absolutely within the realm of possibility, but it's like, if that didn't happen and you just assumed that like that's what happened, and now you're going into every single situation of like, oh well, like what if she's faking this? What if she's doing this to get at me? Like she just doesn't want me around.
Yeah, kids are not evil masterminds.
Yeah. We gotta repair the damage that movies like Home Alone did to society's perception of children.
Yeah. But yeah, no updates on that one either.
Well, I guess all I have to say is, I hope that everyone gets therapy.
Yep.
I hope
So
they
much
all
therapy.
they all get therapy. They should all get therapy. The girls should get therapy. The uncle should get therapy. OP should get therapy. They should all get group therapy. They should all get therapy with their friends, with their family. They should just do like one huge therapy. That's actually a cult. Hold on. I'm just trying to...
We don't want to talk about therapy cults today.
Yeah.
Not today.
I've had enough of therapy cults.
Okay. Yes, we should all go get ice cream.
Yes, we are all, everyone go get ice cream. Not right now, after the stream, but unless you've got it in your fridge, now's the time to get ice cream.
Saige actually heard for the first time living here ice cream trucks.
Yeah. Yeah, believe it or not, I went 30 years without like really believing that ice cream trucks were actually real. And it's not because like the concept is unbelievable. It's just like where I'm from, we didn't have ice cream trucks.
And then she just out of like just on the wind, she hears the chiming of the song. It's like, wait, is that a fucking ice cream truck?
Yeah. Well, and like that's the thing. It's like it's not that like ice cream trucks themselves. It's not like I was like, oh, ice cream trucks don't. Obviously, I've been to like a place with food trucks and they sell ice cream and stuff. Like, and there were trucks with ice cream in them, like dessert trucks and stuff. Like I've been to those. I've never heard the fucking jingle. You know, like literally, think of like the ice cream jingle in like a movie. That's what I heard. That's what was like right outside my apartment, and I'm like, what? This is real? I thought they made that up. I thought they made that up for 70s movies to make it seem like everything was great in the before times. I've lived in at least 3 different states where they had ice cream trucks roaming around. They probably had them roaming around. Like, I lived in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, so that's why I never had it. I just never heard an ice cream truck. Of all the things you hadn't ran into, that's wild. Yeah. People romanticize living in a small town. Welcome to living in a small town. You don't know what ice cream trucks are, and everyone thinks you're going to go to hell.
Okay. This one's a wild one.
Okay.
It does have an update. The update kind of hits like a truck. And
do I need to like put a trigger warning?
Probably. Almost definitely this one has several trigger warnings. I don't see them listed here, but it will.
Okay, so assume whatever triggers you, assume that's going to be in here.
Yeah, this one. Okay, so this one is like a full freaking 10-year epic that I am only reading the first and last of. Because
year 1 and year 10?
The last one is like a TLDR, like rundown of a whole series of things that happened. We don't need to get into the nitty-gritty of the details of the day-to-day, all the bullshit that happened.
Okay.
But this is
we're about to read the Game of Thrones of Reddit stories.
Apparently. Am I the asshole for believing my daughter over a grown man?
What a title. It's got all the hallmarks of a good Reddit story. It's just vague enough to sound like obviously they're not the asshole, but just vague enough that anything could happen. All right, let's go.
Anything will happen. I don't know if I watch too many crime shows or if I'm just paranoid. So I've come here to ask. Last week, I made a chicken gnocchi soup. When it was almost done, I started helping my daughter with a school project.
Chicken gnocchi.
She got us both a bowl, and a few seconds later, my boyfriend runs into the room with a bowl and tells me to eat the bowl that he has. I told him it was all the same, and he insisted he wanted mine because it had more chicken. Thinking back now, I don't know how he would know that, considering my daughter dished it out. My daughter took the bowl he gave me and said she would eat it. He yanked it out of her hand and said, "No, it's for your mom."
He poisoned that chicken gnocchi.
I took the bowl and he went to the living room. I continued doing my daughter's project and told her not to eat the soup. 20-ish minutes later, I walked into the kitchen to pour the soups out, and he was still eating his. He asked why we didn't eat any, and I said the cat got into it while we were waiting for it to cool down. He screamed, "What? Was it your bowl? Cats can't eat that." I told him it was only a lick, but he has been stressed out watching the cat like a hawk. Obsessed, even. His reaction was very weird.
Okay, he either poisoned this or he put a really hilarious amount of hot sauce in it.
Now this is a flashback, apparently.
This story's got
Hold on.
flashbacks.
These, quote, accidents all happened before the soup incident over the span of 6 months. It was
Okay.
one after another in a short period of time.
For 6 months? How many soups is he making?
Since then, my emergency money has gone missing. I keep money.
He put it in the soup.
I keep money hidden just in case. I lost my older sister because she wasn't able to escape a dangerous situation, and I literally swore on her grave I would never be in that position. After the soup incident, I went to get my money, and it was gone. It was hidden, and I changed the location every few months. I asked my daughter if maybe she found it, and if she took it, I wouldn't be mad because I knew she couldn't have spent it. She said no. A few hours later, she tells me she forgot, but the other day, her and my boyfriend got pulled over and she saw my pink wallet in his glove box. I did not tell her which wallet it was in or that it was in a wallet. I decided to ask him if he found it by accident. He asked me why I was hiding a large amount of money. Quote, "You know, you could never leave me," he said and laughed.
Run, 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 run.
In parentheses, he has never said anything like that before. Close parentheses. I told him it was for my daughter's Christmas. He said no, he didn't find the money, but he could use his credit cards for the gifts. I didn't tell him about my daughter seeing my wallet in his car. Now, here are a few other things that have happened in the past few months that seem random at the time, but now don't. I have a severe allergy to latex. One day, we were about to have sex, and I glanced at the mirror we have by our bed and saw the condom wrapper was a different color. I stopped him because it wasn't latex free, and he said it was a mistake. He just got an older one that he had. We've been dating for over 2 years, and he knows how serious my allergy is. My EpiPen that I keep in my room is missing.
If it's a mistake, you should have no problem going and correcting that.
Mm-hmm. At the time, I didn't realize it. I didn't realize it was missing until I was searching for my money.
He was gonna fuck her to death.
Another odd thing is one day he was following me down the stairs while I was carrying laundry, and he kicked the back of my leg, and I fell. He said he slipped, but the stairs are wood, and he was wearing his steel-toe boots. At the same time, I thought it was an accident.
Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out.
Am I overthinking this? My anxiety has been at an all-time high. Do I watch too much true crime? Here is why I think I might.
No, you don't watch enough true crime. If you watched more true crime, you would be out by now.
My anxiety has been at an all-time high. Do I watch too much true crime? Here is why I think I might be the asshole. We have a good relationship. He loves my daughter like she is his.
We have a good relationship. He just tries to poison me and tries to fuck me with a latex condom that he knows I'll die if he puts in me. Yeah, we have a great relationship except for the murder.
Exactly. He loves my daughter like she's his. We split all shared bills, and we both pull our own weight around the apartment. We don't fight, and he has never so much as raised his voice at me.
He's only raised his foot at me.
We are
At the back of my leg.
We are paycheck to paycheck, but bills are paid. If that is your bar for a great relationship, girl, get some therapy.
I'm just gonna like, this might be a hot take, but if you never fight in your relationship is not good. Like you need to have at least one argument in like a 6-month period, or you're like there's something wrong. If you never fight, that's what this is. It doesn't even have to be a screaming match. You just like,
yeah, you have to push back on each other sometimes.
yeah, like one of you's got to be like, no, fuck you, don't do that. At least once every 6 months.
Okay. I thought about going to my mom's house for a few days and asking him when I got there, when I'm safe, about the money. But I don't have money to do that now. She's on a fixed income and can't help. I feel stupid for being scared. Last night I decided to check his car for my wallet and he caught me. I asked him for my money back and he tried playing dumb. I told him my daughter saw it in there. He told me she was lying. I told him I never told her about the money or what wallet it was in. He said he was a grown man and kids lie all the time. I asked him once more for my money and he said, I'm not giving you your money to leave me. I waited until he was in the shower to grab my cat and my daughter and we left. I can't take my cat with us to a shelter and DV shelters are full. I was able to get us a night at a cheap motel. This is the exact situation I had the money saved for. I did everything right and now I'm screwed. I feel like I just blew up my entire life.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So OP goes on to have a full-on Netflix crime drama documentary life of her mom ends up dying, the cat ends up dying, this guy stalks her.
Not the cat.
Yeah.
I was rooting for the cat. Wait, he didn't kill the cat, did he?
So I've posted updates since my OG post, but here's a little TLDR of everything that's happened since I left. He hunted us like animals, and he had help doing it.
What?
I had to break 2 different apartment leases after he found us.
This guy's on the Epstein list.
He went through restraining orders. I was hospitalized twice after he got violent. We slept in my car on and off for weeks after leaving. We were asked to leave shelters for the safety of everyone else. I eventually had to flee the state after he started targeting my daughter at her school. My mom and cat died. In March of this year, my daughter got MRSA down to the bone in her left foot.
Jesus.
And had to amputate it. She bravely testified against him, and some of the things that emerged were things she'd hid from me. He is a monster. She's probably going to have to do e-learning again this year, but this time it isn't because I'm scared he is going to find her. He stole my safety nets, and I haven't been able to recover. On July 6th, our apartment flooded and is a total loss. We lost everything we had left. He has completely ruined me, but knowing he is going to sit and rot in prison in Indiana for the next 12 years brings me so much peace.
Why is it always Indiana? Wait, why have I never heard of this? This should have been news.
It should have been.
This should have been news. Wait, we can look this up.
Last month he was sentenced, and justice was actually served. I know my situation isn't unique, and I know firsthand how hard it is to leave and stay away. I should not have made excuses for the red flags. I should have left sooner. I still get messages from women saying they would never leave their partners for their kids. Although no one in his real life believes he belongs there and thinks I'm the horrible one who ruined his life. I am not the asshole.
No, you're not. Damn straight.
Yeah.
That's my stay.
Yeah, so this one, I will definitely be sharing a link so people can look into it and give Opius some support. It is harrowing, and if we were to go through the whole epic of everything that happened to her, we would be here for another 3 hours.
Jesus. Somebody make this a movie.
Or just leave her in peace, I think.
No, I mean, she needs to make it a movie. She needs
to be a millionaire.
She needs to sell
The movie rights?
the movie rights. But we got to get a good director.
Yeah. So how many of these have been, yeah, bitch, you are the asshole? Not that many. Not that many. We've actually... These ones have been pretty complicated. This last one was entirely not the asshole.
Yeah, this was like...
You just missed the true crime documentary story.
Yeah. That's apparently from my neck of the woods. Well, probably not my neck of the woods. Statistically.
Yeah.
It's always either Indianapolis specifically, Gary, or like Richmond.
No, I do not think J.J. Abrams for the film adaptation.
No. Get M. Night Shyamalan on this movie.
Okay.
Was that our last story?
No.
We have another.
We have another.
Is this our last story? We're at 4:20.
Actually, I do still have a few more.
Are you good to keep going?
I'm good to keep going for now.
Okay. All right. The stream's not over yet, but we've read quite a few stories already. We've been live for 2 hours.
Has everybody hit like?
Yeah. Have you all liked the stream? Because we can check. We know.
Yeah.
I'm in your walls. If you're enjoying this stream, by the way, make sure to donate.
Like, subscribe. Sub on Patreon. Thank you. Join the Discord. I think almost everyone that's here has.
Yeah.
So.
Join the Discord. Subscribe on Patreon or become a channel member.
Yeah.
You can also send a donation in the chat. Super chatter, a super thanks. Also, Ko-Fi. That's the quickest way to send support.
Just a heads up. One of the reasons our mood lighting is this way, one of our lights went out, so
yeah.
Please support the stream.
I mean, someone's been posting all those damn memes under my name.
I wonder who that is.
Yeah. And we got an imposter in the Discord server.
Yeah, we need more Discord members to suss that out.
Yeah.
All right.
Next story then.
Am I the asshole for posting a picture of my stepdad walking me down the aisle?
I don't see how. But
So for context, I, 23F, have a very strained and rocky relationship with my bio dad, 45M. When I was young, he cheated on my mom, 45F, and basically abandoned me and my little sister, Belle, 21F, for his new wife, Amanda, 35F. 10 years younger.
okay.
Yeah. My mom remarried my stepdad, Jason, 48M, when I was 10 years old, 2 years after my dad left. So when he was 35 and she was 25, he left his wife for her.
The bio dad?
The bio dad,
Okay.
yeah. Left his 35-year-old wife for a 25-year-old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it someone that was his age, and he was like, nah, I'm going to get the newer model.
Exactly.
Okay.
And basically abandoned his children.
Okay.
When I was 10 years old, 2 years after my dad left, and Jason has been more of a dad to us than my bio dad ever was. My bio dad didn't come to my wedding. So honestly, I don't even know why I'm typing this, but here we are. I recently married the love of my life, Daniel, 24M, on August 1st. The day was magical. Jason walked me down the aisle, and it meant so much to me. We went to Hawaii for our honeymoon, and when we got back, our photographer sent us a sneak peek of our wedding photos. Obviously, I posted a few, including one of Jason walking me down the aisle. An hour after I posted, Belle called me and told me to take a particular photo down. She said our dad had called her, saying it was disrespectful to let another man walk me down the aisle. She told him, well, you weren't even at the wedding. He apparently responded with, I would have gone if she'd let me walk her down the aisle. For the record, there was absolutely no way I was going to let him do that. He hasn't been there for me in years, and Jason has been the one who's actually acted like a father. Now Belle says I'm being petty and rubbing it in his face for posting that picture. And for some extended family have started making comments about how I shouldn't air family drama online. I don't see how posting a photo from my own wedding is airing drama, but now I'm wondering if I'm missing something.
No.
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 The airing of the family drama is your dad bitching to everyone about how he's been left out.
Yeah, I'm sure he leaves the part out of the story where he decided to leave your mom for someone 10 years younger than her and then basically cut you out of his life.
Yeah.
Like, no, you're not the asshole. And also, props to Jason.
Yeah.
Let's give it up for Jason.
Hell yeah for step parents.
Yeah. We stand good step parents.
We do. My stepdad's amazing.
Back to parents expecting shit from their kids that they won't give. Yeah.
Yep. W. Jason.
We do stand parents that step up.
Yes. All parents.
All parents. No, fuck you. You are not entitled. For one, if she wanted you at the wedding, you'd be at the wedding.
Yes.
And you just have to live with that. You made
Or
all of these choices.
Or you wouldn't be because you're too much of a stuck-up ass.
Yeah. You are not entitled to your daughter's time or energy or to be at her wedding. You earn that shit.
All right, this one does have an update.
Let's go. Thought I was gonna start.
I honestly didn't expect all the comments and kind words on my original post, so thank you. I ended up speaking with both my dad and Belle about this whole situation. First, with Belle. I told her to stay out of it altogether. I said if she's on her dad's side so much, she can have him walk her down the aisle at her wedding. I also made it clear that I'm not going to punish her for still talking to him, but I'm also not going to pretend he's been a father to me.
Bella's the sister?
The sister.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not going to pretend he's been a father to me when, frankly, he never has. She didn't have much to say after that. Then I called my dad. That conversation went about how you'd expect.
You already did more than I would have. I'd have just blocked their asses. I'd have posted all the details on Facebook and been like, hey, I guess I am gonna air out family grievances, and then I would have blocked everyone. Chad, am I toxic?
Okay.
Don't answer that.
He started with, one day you'll understand, and that I needed to learn respect. I told him cheating wasn't respectful, and neither was abandoning your kids, and that he hasn't been there for me since I was 10. Jason, however, has been there every step of the way, and he is my father to me. That's when my dad hung up on me. Lol. Amanda then made a passive-aggressive Facebook post saying, no matter things that happened in the past, you'll always be family. I'm about 99% sure that was about me, but I digress. At the end of the day, I'm still not taking the photo down. I don't want to make Jason upset if I do.
You should make the photo your profile picture.
And he deserves to be celebrated. I'm not letting my bio dad rewrite history just because it makes him uncomfortable.
I'm so glad that she didn't capitulate. Sometimes in these like stories, they'll be like, "Oh, I guess he's right. I guess like family means," but no, fuck you, fuck family. Don't fuck your family. Family does not mean shit. Y'all forgot what the other half of the phrase "blood is thicker than water" means. You can fuck your found family.
As someone who was, one, raised by a stepfather, and two, has a family that has literally cut out toxic members of our family, whole cloth. Just do it. It's better. It's healthier. They are not worth your time or effort. I have a racist uncle that I haven't seen in almost 15 years. I have a grandfather who abused my mother and her siblings, who I didn't meet until I was fully an adult for reasons. Yeah, I've only met him like twice. That's family, technically. Not my family.
It's a legal family.
Yeah.
It's not actual family.
That's right, Darcy. Blood of the covenant, thicker than the water of the womb.
Yep. Which, for those of you who can't read, and have no reading comprehension, I'm looking at you, Gen Alpha. I'm gonna have like an expose on like Twitter that's gonna be like, Saige is ageist and hates young people. Yes.
Just wait until your next video essay comes out.
Yeah. The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb is the full phrase that blood is thicker than water comes from. Blood is thicker than water literally is referring to found family. The people that you choose, the people that you build those relationships is thicker than the people who brought you into the world. And sometimes those two things are the same. And a lot of times it isn't. Yeah, clip it and ship it.
I overprepared. There are a few stories left.
Well, we don't have to do them all today. We can save them.
Okay. We'll do one more.
Okay, we'll do one more. This is our last story. So, everyone, like the stream. You have to like the stream now.
Last story, and this is
Are we ending on a good one?
something.
Okay. Okay, let's go.
This title is Am I the Asshole for Laughing When My Stepmother Was Crying Over My Father Cheating on Her?
That's kind of legendary. To be honest.
This one is all sorts of things.
Okay. Am I the asshole for laughing when my stepmom
Was crying
was crying?
over my father cheating on her.
Okay. Okay. Let's go. I have ideas of where this is gonna go, and I'm really hoping that none of them are true.
We'll see.
All right.
Pretty recently, my stepmother found out that my father has cheated on her a ton through the relationship. He fathered 2 kids with other women since they were married, and they have had 4 kids together who are all really young. There are a bunch of tears in the past couple weeks. Since then, the tears have been less, but the fighting got more intense. Then she invited her sisters over a few days ago. They were talking about it, and she kept asking me, 17F, to join them, but I ignored her. Then she started crying about how humiliated and disrespected she felt, and how she couldn't believe he was capable of doing that to someone he loves. I laughed loudly enough for my stepmother and her sisters to hear, and they started demanding I come in and take a look at her and see how easy it would be to laugh then. One of her sisters actually approached me and told me I should be helping my stepmother right now, not laughing. I told her I wasn't going to help someone I never liked or cared about. While one of her sisters was with me, the other was reassuring her that it'd be okay and stuff like that. But she was getting more upset about the disrespect and how their love was meant to be perfect and the most special love of all time. So then her sister dragged me into the room they were in because I was kind of laughing again. She asked me how I could laugh at my stepmother's pain like that. I told them because I don't care if she was in pain. I thought she was just a dumb bitch anyway.
Wait. I just want to make sure, because I was like trying to listen. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm now questioning, did I miss? Was the stepmom like the mistress before they got together?
It hasn't said one way or the other yet.
So as far as we know, then no.
Probably, we'll see. I think it will be getting into that shortly if it does.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. And how old was Opie again?
17.
Okay, yeah, because I was gonna say, if this person's like 45, it's bad regardless, but it's okay. Yeah, all right.
It's
17.
understandable for a 17-year-old.
Yeah, this is 17-year-old behavior.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Okay. She was a dumb bitch anyway.
They were all over me for being cruel and for disrespecting the only mother I ever knew like that. I told her to shut the fuck up, and that was exactly why I felt no sympathy for her. I told them I had a mom for 5 years, and as soon as she died, Dad went out and replaced her, and they tried everything to make me replace her too. I said he doesn't care about women. He's married to, and he disrespected my mom long before he disrespected my stepmother. She told me that wasn't fair, and it's different. I asked her how long she'd like to be dead, to leave her young kids without her, and months later they'd they're being told a better mom is coming along. She told me my mom had been a really poor mom too, and mom was in no way perfect. I asked her if she thought she was. Hold on. What? The writing in this one is a little bit janky. Okay. She told me my mom had been a really poor mom too. And mom was in no way perfect. And I asked her if she thought she was. Okay. She asked stepmom if stepmom thought that she herself was a good mom.
Yeah, was a perfect mom.
Was a perfect mom.
Okay.
And she didn't ever think he was just a user. And he didn't want to raise me, so he badmouthed mom to her. Then he told her I might have been a little girl when she came into my life, but I would always despise her for constantly talking like she was better than my real mom. I said all of her talk over the years about her loving, about their love being special, and the true love was all BS, just like it was when my parents were married. At that point, they started to gang up on me again, and my stepmom started crying again. So I left it. But I was smirking, and they were really pissed off at me because they said I was basically laughing at her again, and it was so cruel. The stuff I said to her, I stand by. Even my dad's extended family all said my mom was not who my dad painted her to be. And for a dad so great with a dead wife who did nothing but neglect me, he didn't know shit. He told my stepmother when they met that I was in 2nd grade. I was 5 years old. He also told her I had no allergies when I do have allergies. He couldn't name my teacher, my allergist, the medication I was on to help with some symptoms. I got sometimes for my allergies. But maybe laughing at her did make me cruel. That's why I'm asking, am I the asshole? So basically,
this kid, like is a 17-year-old boy, 17-year-old girl.
Yeah.
This kid in her head, she like thinks that she's Harley Quinn. While she's typing this, like she's having her Joker moment.
So basically, from what I am understanding from the story, this kid was 5 years old when her mom died.
Yeah.
And within months, that the dad had started dating someone to be a new mom.
And it turns out that this dad was
completely neglectful, had no idea anything about his kid. And basically this new mom did her best to erase any mention, memory, history of OP's original mom.
Okay. So like obviously like I can't know if like the kid is like misinterpreting things, or like I don't know if the stepmom was like actually a bad parent to her.
Yes, actively badmouthed the dead mom.
Yeah. I don't know if like the stepmom was like actually a bad mom to her. But like holy shit.
There is
do you want to know what my actual take on this? Therapy. All of you.
So much therapy.
Everyone goes to therapy except the dad. The dad put his ass in jail.
I'm so tired of neglectful parents.
Yeah. Well, and like genuinely, it could be possible that like, you know, the stepmom could genuinely just like believe all of this, right?
Yeah.
Like she could just be taking the husband, but I mean, like face value. But even then, like at this point,
even if you believe that OP's biomom was not a great mom, you still don't badmouth a dead mother to her living child.
No. Like that's obviously like
Yeah.
a fuck up on her part. But like also, girl. Listen, come here. Get in here. We need to have a chat. Y'all like, I get it. I know that this has been like rough for you. And I understand that what your stepdaughter said to you was like, it was a little out of pocket. It was
really insensitive.
It was really insensitive. This is like a hard moment, but like, you just found out that your husband has been actively cheating on you for this long.
Effectively your entire
relationship. Is it really that hard to believe that this is the thing that he doesn't lie to you about? That this is the thing that he's telling the full truth about, is that your stepdaughter's mother was like the wife of Satan, that she was like evil spawn of the earth, and everyone should be glad that she's dead. Like, this is the thing that he's telling you believe? Oh, he cheated on me. He kicked my dog. He ate all of my leftovers without telling me. But what he said about her mother, yeah, that's true. I'm just making up the rest of it.
Of course.
But like, really? That's what I draw the line at my leftovers. Yeah. Surely he wouldn't lie about the dead wife. It turns out, by the way, this guy is the boyfriend from the last story.
Yes.
He moved on from her, and then he this was what he was doing in his spare time.
Ah.
Yeah. Indiana, y'all. Wow.
Well,
Update?
no. Damn it. No update on that one.
That was less I am the asshole, and more pretty much everyone involved is an asshole. Yeah, basically. It's like, I will say, I can kind of forgive OP like a little bit. Like, there's a 17-year-old girl, and clearly like
super bitter
and traumatized.
Yeah.
And like, okay, I can kind of like forgive a little bit. However, it's like everyone sucks here technically. There's layers. This story is like an onion.
Yeah.
Has layers. Wow.
I will say the kid, while being a complete and total dickbag in this one, is the least asshole.
Yeah, out of everyone. It's like the dad, and then like the mom, the stepmom, and then like the siblings, and then her. Wonder what the verdict was in the thread. Yeah, do we have that?
Let me pull up the Reddit thread. There you are.
No verdict.
No verdict. Yep. It's archived, but no official verdict. Just a whole bunch of people giving like support to OP. There's a couple of not the assholes. Everyone here seems weird as fuck. A lot of people calling it fake. But yeah. It's pretty mixed.
Yeah.
There are still 5 tabs open of stories we haven't gotten to today.
Well,
so we're gonna have to do this again very soon.
yeah.
This is gonna be a regular thing, y'all.
Yeah. I'm enjoying this. I like gay story time.
Everybody cheer for gay story time.
The I smirked like light from Death Note. Yeah. All right.
I am very glad to be able to be here with all of you and for us to be streaming together.
Me too. This has been really nice. I'm excited. I'm excited for the future, for more Reddit stories, more Horizon Zero Dawn, more other video games.
Doing this together will help make it more regular, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Because Saige won't be distracted by all of the other things going on in life so much. We will be slowing down once school starts again for her, but
Yes.
we will still attempt to make it at least once a week.
Yeah.
At least.
Once a week is our like, this is like
Our
gold
target
standard,
minimum.
our target. Like twice a month is we did a successful job.
Hopefully we won't be going another 6 months without seeing you all again.
Yeah. How are we feeling? How are we feeling after Reddit stories today?
Everybody have a good time?
Has everyone liked the stream? Also, once again, since we're about to end, last call for any donations, any super chats, any super thanks. If you would like to become a patron on Patreon or a channel member, or you just want to send some money over Ko-Fi, we appreciate any and all support. Make sure you like and subscribe and do all the things.
Amused and slightly horrified is
The story of my life.
entirely accurate.
That's going to be the title of my memoir. Amused and slightly horrified.
And yes, I did mention that there is another video essay coming. We have been writing it. It is coming along. We are about to start filming.
Yeah.
We've
It's
been
a-
working on that,
it's a
getting
big
that
one.
started. But
It's a big one. It's a big one, and it's one that I'm sure is gonna cause a little bit of controversy because I can never just have an opinion that everyone agrees with.
it started out at like 5,000 words and then doubled and then doubled and then
Yeah.
it's I hope y'all enjoy it when we get to it.
Yeah, me too.
It will be soon.
I'm hoping that I'll have this video out before the end of July. Yeah, it's about how much I hate young people. It's just called it's called the young person epidemic. The problems with Gen Alpha, yeah. Honestly, there's enough of those videos on YouTube anyway. I don't have to add in my 2 cents. But yeah, like Gen Alpha can't read. That's what you should take away. All right. Well, this has been really fun. Stay tuned this week on Thursday. We're doing more Horizon. So if you were enjoying the stream last week, we're going to be continuing the challenge. And by the way, I have put in a lot of work for this. I did some routing before the stream last week, but I didn't do like an intense amount of work. I did a little bit of like, okay, I explored the game a little bit. I went in with like a new game plus file and I explored a couple of like things just to make sure that this was like doable. And I knew it was doable.
But otherwise, she kind of went in without a solid plan.
Yeah, I didn't go in with like a complete plan. I have a complete plan starting Thursday for how we're going to do this.
She knows what missions she's going to do. She knows where she's going to go. She knows what perks she's going to take at what level.
Yeah, I have put some work into this. So you all better be there and you better be ready to watch and you better subscribe and you better like and comment and do all of the things.
All right, all.
Thanks for sticking around with us. We will see you Thursday, and we'll be doing more Reddit stories soon.
Yep. While she's playing Horizon, I will be here to keep everyone entertained and talk to chat. And
Oh, I'm not entertaining?
you're gonna be focused. You have a hard time multitasking, remember?
I mean, I can be entertaining.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.